Tyron, I don't think this is the fight that either one of you guys wanted, but now that it's here, how excited are you for a stylistic matchup like this one?
I think you're wrong. This is exactly the fight I wanted. And stylistic-wise, it's an amazing fight. I think the fans will be in for a treat. If you see how I'm hitting these passes, I mean business this week. I'm coming out blazing, and I'm trying to finish this fight.
So why is this exactly the fight you wanted?
Because he's the #1 fighter in the world. I mean, I can fight a sub-top 10 fighter and put on a great performance and get a title shot, but I'm old school. I feel like you got to earn it, and he's my toughest matchup, and that's why I asked for him.
You said that there's two versions of you in the cage. Sometimes there's a hyper-aggressive guy, and sometimes there's a complacent guy that's looking to set traps and that sort of thing. Do you agree with that assessment of your performances?
I think it's great that he sees different versions, because the version that's coming out Saturday is one he hasn't seen, and I don't think he can prepare for it.
He feels like a title shot's definitely on the line here. Do you feel like that's definitely the case?
No, I'm just treating this as a mini title shot. He's been a former champion. He's been in 3 world title fights. 2 where he lost was really close. Every single fight that he's lost has been close. It's been split decision. So he can almost argue that he could be undefeated with a different set of judges. So I'm taking this very seriously. I'm not thinking ahead. I'm not thinking about what's after this. I'm thinking about only Saturday.
Stylistically, you guys are pretty similar. You have very strong wrestling, but also very heavy hands. Where do you see yourself having the biggest advantage?
I'm faster. I'm stronger. I'm more agile. I get better footwork. I get better boxing. I'm hungrier. I haven't tasted the world title. I don't know how the belt feels around my waist. I think that's my competitive edge.
We talked about you wanting to have that coach that presses you and puts you through things. Duke was one of the guys that you looked at and you said, okay, we're packing up, we're going up. What's this camp been like? What's that relationship like right now?
It's been amazing. Sometimes you got to realize where you are as a fighter. Sometimes when you're coming up as a youthful fighter, you got to get the rites of passage. You got to go through all these crazy workouts and all these crazy sparring sessions. I'm a veteran now, and I think I'm going to show that on Saturday. I did what I needed to do for this fight. I pushed myself to the max. I did the proper amount of sparring, the proper amount of pass, the proper amount of strength conditioning. I think I did everything right this time around. My weight's amazing. I already hit the 70s, and I'm still cracking, so I feel good.
So in your last performance, you fought Kelvin Gastelum and split decision. How did you feel about that fight, and what was the biggest takeaway that you had?
I don't know where he won around at, so the split decision is kind of hilarious. But people are used to, it's like if you give them a taste of something, they expect to see it every time. If they see me knock somebody out, that was my only decision win ever in the UFC. So they used to see me, bombard myself around the cage and knock people out, but they can't appreciate time and footwork, lateral motion, counters, and just really, I wanted to show everybody I don't have to knock you out to win. That, he was supposed to be this cardio freak, and he was the one that was huffing and puffing when we were in there in the cage, and he didn't even make weight. So if I got, I weighed what he weighed Monday. I weighed 180 Monday. That's what he stepped on the scale at. So my takeaway is I had fun, and I'm just looking to add to that performance.